helpful to begin with the basics. First, familiarizing with common vocabulary and simple phrases, then practicing basic greetings and everyday expressions can really help build confidence. From there, gradually moving into simple conversations and listening practice can really set a solid foundation.
This speaking comes with speaking only. And suppose if the person doesn't do that practice on daily basis, what is your advice?
Absolutely. Practice is key when it comes to speaking. My advice would be to incorporate English into daily routines as much as possible, even if it's just talking to yourself or having short conversations with friends or language partners. Consistency really helps. And even using media like watching shows, listening to podcasts, or even repeating phrases out loud can help keep that practice consistent and effective.
Got it. Suppose a person doesn't find any today I got up on the wrong side of the bed, so I didn't feel like doing anything productive. Productive in the sense like doing my English speaking practice. The whole day has slipped away, and I didn't have any session today. And some of you might be knowing that I keep recording like whenever I'm commuting from my home to work and back home. So I do self talk, and I choose normally a topic I discuss about, and at the same time, I record that for my YouTube channel as well. And I share that with you all. But today I didn't feel like doing anything. Might be sometimes being a family person, something goes on at the back of your mind. You feel not at ease. So I didn't feel like doing anything productive that way. So now, when the whole day has slipped away, then I thought of doing something productive because not doing practice for a single day, it can make lots of difference. So then I thought of doing some practice. So all of a sudden, this chat GPT came to my mind, and I thought of doing practice with the chat GPT. So at this very moment, I planned to do the recording as well. So I'm going to have my conversation with chat GPT in front of you. Let's see how it works. So if you don't have any friend or nobody around you, I think chat GPT is a good companion. Now let's see how it works for me. Here is chat GPT. So hi. Hi chat GPT.
Hey there, welcome back. How's it going? Let me know how I can help today.
Today I want to have my English speaking practice with you, but I have come up with a few queries also.
That sounds great. I'm happy to help with both your practice and any questions you have. Just let me know what's on your mind and we'll dive right in.
Okay, I want to share it with you that on and off I used to have conversations, sometime with experts, sometime with people at random, and we used to talk about our day-to-day problems we face while being on this journey of learning English. So today I want to talk on the same track with you also. My first question is like if someone has to start learning English, like not learning English, practicing English as well. But let's consider both the things together. That from where that person should start.
I love that. It's always great to share experiences and learn from each other. And absolutely, when it comes to practicing English, a great start is to build confidence through everyday conversations. I'm here whenever you need.
So, okay, I'm going to start.
Sounds good. I'm ready whenever you are. So just jump in and we'll get started.
Okay, so I'm back to my first question that someone has to start learning this language, and the person is totally raw because you know English is not our native language, and we always talk in our regional languages. So the person who is not tuned to, like, haven't spoken up in this language and want to learn English, especially the to speak to someone in English, from where the person should start.
Absolutely, that makes sense. For someone who's just starting out, it's helpful to begin with the basics. First, familiarizing with common vocabulary and simple phrases, then practicing basic greetings and everyday expressions can really help build confidence. From there, gradually moving into simple conversations and listening practice can really set a solid foundation.
Great. So I'm going to repeat whatever you have said. According to your advice, the first important thing is to learn simple vocabulary, right?
Exactly, you've got it. Starting with simple vocabularies, definitely the key first step. Once you're comfortable with those basics, you can build up from there and gradually expand your skills.
Yes. So from simple vocabulary, one can jump to like making simple phrases. Second step, making phrases. Okay.
Exactly. Once you have a good handle on vocabulary, the next step is to combine those words into simple phrases. And then from there, you can build up to more complex sentences and eventually have fluid conversations. It's all about building step by step.
Yeah, I got your point. So I'm going to repeat everything. So according to you, first important thing is one should familiarize oneself with simple vocabulary. Once the person is done with vocabulary, then the person should start making small sentences. We call small phrases. And once that is done, then from simple to complex phrases, like the third step would be to start making complex phrases, right? So this way the person can begin the journey.
Exactly. You've summed it up perfectly. It's all about that gradual progression from simple vocabulary to basic phrases and then moving on to more complex structures. That way, the learning journey becomes smooth and enjoyable.
And suppose, because ultimately everyone's goal is to speak in this language. Theoretical part is okay. The person is done with the vocabulary. The person has learned plethora of vocabulary. You can say, and the person has started making small phrases or small sentences as well. But the important thing is, this speaking comes with speaking only. And suppose if the person doesn't do that practice on daily basis, what is your advice?
Absolutely. Practice is key when it comes to speaking. My advice would be to incorporate English into daily routines as much as possible, even if it's just talking to yourself or having short conversations with friends or language partners. Consistency really helps. And even using media like watching shows, listening to podcasts, or even repeating phrases out loud can help keep that practice consistent and effective.
Got it. Suppose a person doesn't find any partner to talk to, then the main basic, you can say the other way out is the person should listen the contents, English contents, like to watch movies, to listen to podcast, and then repeat that everything out loud.
Exactly, that's a fantastic approach. Listening to native content like movies, shows, or podcasts, and then repeating what you hear can really improve pronunciation, fluency, and confidence. It's a great way to practice even without a speaking partner.
Even without speaking partner, if somebody watches movies and listen to podcast and after that repeats the similar kind of content out loud over there, so that can improve, bring the fluency and also improve the pronunciation as well.
Absolutely, you got it spot on. It's a really effective method to boost both fluency and pronunciation. Plus, it helps with listening comprehension as well. So it's a win-win all around.
Listening is very important. So that way it becomes a win-win situation. Got it.
Exactly, you've got it. Listening really lays the foundation and it makes speaking and understanding so much easier over time. It's definitely a holistic approach.
And one more question. Normally, what happens is like everybody knows every language has four modules. There comes like speaking, listening at the same time, writing and reading as well. What is your take on it? Like, suppose persons like me who don't feel like being comfortable with the reading because For reading and for writing, you need to sit calmly and then you need to spare time. Whereas listening and speaking, we can do whenever we are on the move, we are doing anything, like doing some household chores as well, or like in my case, I drive and at the same time I do my practice. Do you think these two components, these are enough to become a fluent speaker, like listening and speaking?
Absolutely. Focusing on listening and speaking can definitely take you a long way, especially because they're more dynamic and practical in everyday life. While reading and writing definitely have their benefits, you can still achieve fluency by consistently practicing listening and speaking. Over time, as you get more comfortable, you can gradually incorporate reading and writing as well. But the combination of listening and speaking alone is absolutely sufficient to become fluent.
Listening and speaking, it is a good combination. It is enough to become a fluent speaker.
Exactly, it really can be. With consistent practice, listening and speaking will build up your fluency, confidence, and comprehension. And as you continue, you'll naturally find yourself becoming more comfortable with the language.
Consistency is very important because you are repeating this word again and again, and we do feel whatever you do, if you are learning any skill, consistency becomes a key factor. This is very important.
Absolutely, you're so right. Consistency really is the cornerstone of mastering any skill, including language learning. The more regularly you practice, the more progress you'll see over time. It definitely makes a huge difference.
Hmm. Okay. There is one more question. The persons like me and so many out there who are the beginner, either they are the beginners or they belong to the intermediate level. Whenever we speak in this language, we use lots of fillers. Mm, uh, you know, my question to you is, do you think that the uses of fillers is not something good when we speak in this language, or one should be okay with the uses of fillers?
That's a great question. A few fillers here and there are actually quite natural, especially when you're still building fluency. They give you a moment to think and make your speech sound more natural. Over time, as you gain confidence, you'll naturally use fewer fillers. So it's perfectly fine to use them in the beginning, and there is something that improves with practice.
Even I have seen even the native speakers when they talk, because they are already proficient speakers, they are fluent. English is their native language. But I have seen even when the natives they talk to each other, they use the fillers. And my take on it is that fillers they make you comfortable and a bit relaxed also while you converse.
Absolutely, that's so true. Fillers are definitely a natural part of speech for everyone, native speakers included. They help keep the conversation flowing and give you time to gather your thoughts. So using them isn't something to worry about at all. It's just part of natural, comfortable communication.
So fillers are a part of natural communication. Yes, that's great.
Exactly. It's all part of making communication feel more genuine and relaxed. So no need to stress about them. They're definitely normal and natural.
Okay. Now my last question to you is that normally when we people converse with each other, and especially when we talk to the experts, they always stress upon that, okay, now you have become confident in speaking, you have attained fluency, then you must switch over from simple vocabulary to advanced vocabulary. My question to you is, do you feel that the uses of advanced vocabulary makes you sound a good speaker or a proficient speaker, or we can go ahead with the simple vocabulary words only?
That's a really thoughtful question. In reality, both have their place. Advanced vocabulary can definitely add nuance and depth to your speech, and it can help you express complex ideas more precisely. However, clear and simple vocabulary is equally effective, especially for ensuring that your message is understood easily. Ultimately, it's about balance and context. Being comfortable with both simple and advanced vocabulary makes you a well rounded speaker.
Hmm. Right. So important thing is because when we speak, our purpose is to convey our message to the audience, to the person on the other side. So if we feel we are comfortable with simple vocabulary and we succeed in conveying our message to the person on the other side, I think even then it goes in our favor. Instead of focusing, taking pauses and start focusing, like stressing upon your mind to find out some advanced kind of word, and that comes up with the gap in your speech. So I feel that leaves or that leads a negative impact on your communication, or doesn't make your communication effective at the same time.
Absolutely, you've hit the nail on the head. The main goal is clear and effective communication. If simple vocabulary gets your message across smoothly and keeps the conversation natural and flowing, that's absolutely perfect. It's all about balancing confidence and clarity and not getting bogged down in finding complex words. That way, the conversation remains engaging and effective.
Hmm. Thank you, ChatGPT. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. It's always a pleasure to chat and help out. If you have any more questions or need any more practice, just let me know.
So it was my conversation with ChatGPT. So what is the purpose of making this video is everybody is having smartphone and everybody is, I think, having this ChatGPT downloaded in the this mobile phone. So whenever you don't find any partner or any time of the day, wherever you are, you can immediately open your phone and start doing your practice of your speaking skills. So isn't it a good idea?